Welcome to Turbocharge by Chris Butler. One of his last, in fact, I believe it was his last game on the Commodore 64. He did most of the graphics. Some of the static screens were by Robin Levy, I believe. Music by Sonic Systems. I quite like the music in this game. It's got quite a good bassy feel to it. I'll speed this up a little bit. Yeah, that's great. This is a combat driving game similar to well, Road Blasters, C64, that sort of genre. And after the disappointment of Road Blasters and the somewhat mediocre version of C64 that we got on the 64, this was actually quite a welcome sight to have a semi-decent game like this on the 64. The game is split into 5 stages, or 5 levels. Each level is split into 2 stages. One is where first stage, which we're on now. So you have to get to the border before the time runs out. And the second stage is where you have to stop the leader or the main bad guy before the time runs out. You have to keep topping up with fuel. There's some canisters lying on the road. If you don't, you run out of fuel, then it's game over. If you take too much damage, it's game over. You've got unlimited bullets, but you've only got 5 missiles. Now, the road routine itself is it's quite good. It's an evolution of the routine that Butler developed for Power Drift. Some people don't like the routine because there's no road lines. They reckon it doesn't give a good sensation of speed, but I think it's plenty fast enough. It even has a little forks in the road there, which is something we didn't get in Outrun on the 64. There's no forks in the road in that, but clearly it can be done. If you take the wrong fork in this game, it leads you to a dead end. So you've got to really. Best way is to follow other vehicles and see which way they go. Right, so here we are at the borderline. I believe that the game was originally called Borderline, and they sensibly renamed it to Turbocharge, as that sounds a bit more exciting, a bit more dynamic. I quite like some of these static screens here. I like this one with the little guy. He's tossed into the air, so it's quite amusing actually. Yeah, Robin Levy did a lot of good work. This is probably not his best stuff, but it's it's decent enough. Right, so here we are onto level 2. Stage 2, sorry, where we have to stop the leader. Well, what I'll do is I've got plenty of fuel, so I'll hit space, activate the turbocharge. You can see that's plenty fast. Anybody who thinks that's not fast enough, it's deluded. I'm not quite sure what the score is with shooting these cop cars. I'm quite sure it doesn't quite seem ethical to me, but perhaps they're bent coppers or something. But, you see those helicopters flying around. Some levels have jet planes and things. They even fly in the tunnels, which is quite amusing. But I guess Chris Butler wasn't too bothered about that. Okay, this is the leader. He's quite easy to stop. Just keep having fire one of my missiles at him, probably finish him off. There we go. Nice little level complete screen there. We're about onto level 2, first stage. I must admit, the tunnels are well done, and there's lots of graphics getting thrown around. You know, quite high, reasonably high speed. Chris Butler previously did conversions of Space Harrier and Thunderblades, so he's got quite a lot of experience. This sort of these sort of graphics. Some of the vehicles like this one, yeah, little guys hang at the back shooting at you. It's quite nice touch. Gotta watch out for mines in the roads. There's probably not really much more I could show you. Most of the levels are like this. I mean, they're graphically varied enough. The game is quite a hefty multi-load, so it's not too bad when you play it on disc or on an emulator, but on cassette on the real 64, it's quite a long haul to get through the game. Okay, I'm going to give this 9 out of 10 because it's probably one of the better race games on the 64. I would have gone at 10 if it hadn't been for the multi-loads, but the multi-loads are understandable because there's quite a lot of graphics in the game. There's no way you could have kept it a single load. You managed to keep power drift a single load, but I mean, there's clearly more graphics in this game. Plus, you get all the static screens and all the extra presentation stuff. I believe the game was originally supposed to be on cartridge, which explains why it's a bit bigger than your average game. Yep, still a good game to play. 9 out of 10.